Folks, switching gears, let's look at the 2024 race. Gianno Caldwell, Fox News political analyst, Doug Collins, former Georgia congressman. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Gianno, I don't know if you have had the pleasure of seeing Nikki Haley today. Let's see, she refuses to drop out. We got some sound from Nikki Haley. Let me play it to you. Listen to it and weep. Hold on a second. Here it comes.
I refuse to quit. South Carolina will vote on Saturday. But on Sunday, I'll still be running for president. I'm not going anywhere.
So I just don't, Gianno, all right, she wants to run, she can run. But if you lose by 30 points in your home state, what's the mandate or what's the reason or what's the rationale behind your campaigns? At some point, you got to come to grips with that, don't you?
Well, recent polling out today, recently, Fox News reported the support of likely voters in South Carolina is going to be over 60+% of likely voters. Now, mind you, Nikki Haley has been looking to recruit Democrats into the primary process to vote for her, and she had a little bit of success with that in New Hampshire. I don't imagine she'll have much success with that in South Carolina. And certainly after South Carolina and she loses there, we got Donald Trump at over 60% in Michigan, 52% in California, and we're talking Super Tuesday numbers here. There is nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are some who are willing to support her still. Her donors, Democrats, are putting money in, etc., but there's no way to go. At this point, she's attempting to be a spoiler. She cannot spoil it. Donald Trump is the nominee in my eyes. The polling says it. We've had multiple elections to confirm it. She needs to move aside. It's been nice. Participation trophy she gets, but she needs to move aside.
Doug Collins, by the way, good to see you. At some point, you run these races. Look, she's running, it's a free country. God bless her. She's running. But I never understood particularly what her rationale was for running. That's all. I mean, she makes a lot of charges against Donald Trump. Most of them are not true. Nearly all of them are not true. But in other words, if you want to vote for Nikki Haley, why vote for Nikki Haley? What's the point of it, Doug Collins?
Well, Larry, it's good to see you as well, but I'm going to be a lot more blunt than Gina was. I'm going to say, here's the problem. She's not a spoiler anymore. She has become a Democrat talking point. She has now become a de facto spokesman for the Biden campaign because everything she says attacking Donald Trump goes straight to the Biden campaign website. You can see it, and you're going to see it fall in the fall in Senate ads, governor ads, and presidential ads out of her mouth attacking Donald Trump. Her rationale for reasoning was that she was blown up into saying you're a new voice, somebody new in the party. But from early on, this has been over. The race is over now. The only person that I used to think that she just wanted to get to South Carolina. It's not get to South Carolina anymore. It's to attack Donald Trump. It almost is beginning to look personal.
Yeah, I want to say, I think she made a big mistake breaking down and crying today, going into tears. I think that's not what you want foreign governments to see, not what you want foreign dictators to see. And I know a lot of women here in the building who talk to me about it. Women in politics, great. Women in politics breaking down and crying, not great. That used to be a cardinal sin. I don't know how that's going to play. Gianno, let me go back to one thing. Laura Ingraham is going to do a town hall with Trump tonight. Laura Ingraham is about as smart as you can get. Where do you think Mr. Trump's going to go? All right, I'm interested in this because I'm hoping, yes, he has a legitimate grievance with the fiasco in the court system and the legal system, but I also hope he stays on message on the border, on economic growth, on inflation, on an America First foreign policy, on law and order, for example. I mean, the immigration has spread now and it's become a problem of lawlessness, Gianno. I'm just hoping he stays on message. What do you think?
I think, and I agree with your assessment on Laura, by the way, our colleague. I'll tell you, I think for him, the border is going to be one of the biggest issues to talk about. Why? Because we've seen after poll, immigration is what people are talking about. I also think as you use immigration, he should be speaking to the nation in some of these urban centers like New York and certainly Chicago, where black voters are so pissed off with what they're seeing in their communities with the migrants and the support that they've been giving them over their needs, which have been suffering for many, many years. He should be speaking to them because these are potential purple states, especially in places like Chicago, where if you get 20% of Cook County, you get the whole state. In addition to that, prices. What does the consumer price index say? Fact of the matter is, many folks can't afford groceries like they used to. You got grandmothers who have to really choose between medicine and getting chicken. This is a serious set of circumstances, and I think Donald Trump is going to speak to those kitchen table issues that many Americans are dealing with right now.
Doug Collins, 20 seconds. Fannie Willis ever tried to give you $15,000 in cash? You're from Georgia. Huh?
I don't need 20 seconds on that one. No, that'd be a no for me.
It's a cash economy, Doug. I thought you knew that. All right, it's a cash economy.
We just missed it.
No debit cards like in New York. Anyway, I'm sorry we always run out of time. You guys are great. You got to come back as soon as you can.
Thank
Gianno
you.
Caldwell and Doug Collins.